After a very long lull, the FMA bandits are back with Pinoy martial arts Mastermind. And then now we'll be trying something new. We'll be trying the short form of podcast of 15 minutes or less. Okay. As usual, all right, we have I am Dax. And then my partner, as usual, is Dr. Sixto Carlos. And then today we have a very special guest, a returning guest. No? He is the head coach of Calis Ilustrisimo Repeticion Orihinal. Please welcome Coach Arnold Narzo. Hello, Coach.
Hello. Good evening. Again, thank you for the second time for this podcast, Guru Dax, and hi
Yeah.
to Guru Sixto. So again, thank you to have me again here.
Okay,
Well, thank
so
you.
let's go.
Yes, actually, Coach he just came from another interview. So this person is very busy. And thank you so much for gracing our show.
He's
So
he's in demand.
he's in demand. Parang
Okay.
it's like Coco Martin. Oh, so first question, Dr. Sixto.
Okay, this is about Mang Tony, Master Arnold. Why was Mang Tony chosen by Tatang Ilustrisimo to continue his legacy in Calis Ilustrisimo?
Okay. This is my own observation. First, Mang Tony is always on his side. Every time they have a demonstration, it was Master Tony who partnered Tatang in demonstration. And then when Mang Tony and Tatang moves together, so you can see the real movement of Tatang because Mang Tony he feels differently to Tatang. He's not afraid to get hit, or he absorbs the hit of Tatang. And then if Mang Tony shows the movement, we cannot say 100% close to Tatang because Tatang is Tatang. But you can see the boundary techniques there, the principles of the technique that Master Tony can show.
Yeah, I like what you said there, Coach. Tatang is Tatang, no? So it just goes to show that
Yes,
not
Tatang.
everyone fights the same, no?
Yes.
Very good point. Now our second question for you, all right? So why was Kiro formed? Why was Calis Ilustrisimo Repetition Original formed?
Okay. It was started 19, if I'm not mistaken, just 1998 or 1999. One night we have a training at the Binondo gym with Grandmaster Tom, and then Marumi was there. So they talk about the group of Luneta because there were people claiming they are the direct students of Tatang. They learn from Tatang directly. So they're saying they are the Calis Ilustrisimo. We call it Calis Ilustrisimo. When we say Calis Ilustrisimo, that's the original group of Tatang, combines with the seniors like Mang Rome, Master Tony, Mang Romy, Mang Yuli, and those others instructors. So to make it how you say formal to the lineage of Mang Tony, so he creates the name Calis Ilustrisimo Repetition Orihinal. Calis means blades. Ilustrisimo is for Tatang's family name. Repetition is the old system of the old man family system, and Orihinal means original. The teacher is original direct student from Tatang.
Mhm. Also, that's interesting. Actually, I didn't know that myself. That's good. Thank you, Master Arnold,
We have this podcast.
for explaining that. Okay, so let's go on to the third question. So, what is your comment with what is happening in Calis Ilustrisimo in general, not just Kiro, Calis Ilustrisimo?
So after Tatang's death, so they have their own group now. So like they're separated each other, but still they're friends. Sometimes they meet in Luneta, but they put their own group like Kali Ilustrisimo by Master Topher. Yuli Romo has his own name. He call it Bad Subo. and then Maromi, we call it traditional Ilustrisimo. And then yeah, they're teaching separately. They have the different interpretation of their or approach of the system that they learned from Tata. And then when Mang Tony died, after Mang Tony's death, there are lots of people now coming out
Yes.
from nowhere
Yes.
saying, "Oh, we are direct student of Tatang. We learned from Tata 7 days, 7 hours for 6 days." There were lots of people coming out of nowhere claiming that they're the direct students of Tata. But
Many
the truth
claims.
is, yeah, some others are actually trained with Mang Tony.
Mm.
I know them, they train with Mang Tony. If you look at the videos on YouTube now, it was Mang Tony who checked the movement of his co-seniors. So it's the evidence in the video that who is posted on YouTube. So I was wondering, where are those people coming out, or why they say those words or claiming after Mang Tony's death? Why not saying when Mang Tony is still alive that I am also a direct student of Tata? So this is the funny happens after Mang Tony and Tata's death in general in KI.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
people are
From,
coming out of the
anyway,
woodwork.
that's.
Yes.
I'd like to mention, yes, what Master Arnold said is very true. There are a lot of claims that Tatang taught this, taught that. During our time, I think Master Arnold would remember, Tatang didn't really teach much, right? He would show you a technique, then you do it, sit down. It was really Mang Tony in Luneta.
Yes, right. That's true.
It's
True.
actually Mang Tony. For example, in my case, I was taught directly by the late Tatang Ilustrisimo, but most of what I learned came from Mang Tony. Tatang was just maybe, I don't know, 1%, 5%. I couldn't give it up, but it was very few compared to what Mang Tony taught me.
Yeah. That's what I was experienced during that time when I was in the 90s, when I first joined the College Ilustrisimo. You ask Tatang, and Tatang will demonstrate in front of you. But when it comes to Mang Tony, it was Mang Tony who really creates the syllables, the how the Ilustrisimo can be taught. So it was Mang Tony who makes or how can I say that, make the Ilustrisimo can be teach.
I think the word you're looking for is systematized. It was
Yeah,
Mang Tony
systematized, yeah. It
who
was
systematized.
Yeah, tama, correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
So because you can observe, okay, this group is different from Mang Tony's group. So there are movements that you can only seen to Mang Tony's group, different from other. They say they're coming from Tatang, but different movement, different interpretation of the system. But actually, if you train with Mang Tony, you can understand what is Ilustrisimo, the principle, and how simple is this? Is this practical and not too much yung mga explanation, instead directly to the point, no parang paliko-liko. So it's easy to understand learning Ilustrisimo to Master Tony.
Yes. Like what we mentioned earlier, Mang Tony systematized it, and he was able to explain the concepts. It's not. He was able to explain why move this way, why hold the blade that way. Mang Tony understood and was able to pass it down. There's more to the movements than what you see online. Am I right, Master Arnold? It's not.
Yeah,
I agree. It may look simple, but there's a lot of details within each movement.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have. I think that's, you can have one more question, right?
Yes. Okay. Actually, I do have a question. Coach Arnold, it is a known fact that the late Mang Tony Diego was not only your mentor, but he was also your very good friend. What do you think are his wishes? Or did he leave you any words as to how Kiro should proceed? Or what do you think is the direction that he would have chosen for Kiro?
So the words that I always remember from him, first is he said, when you teach, don't after the money. He said, gain friends. So just like what happened to me. If I'm asking too much to the foreigner, you just go one time. But look at me now. My house was burned. I am sick. So they're still coming to me, helping to me. He said. So friends, you gain friends. Don't ask too much about the training fee. I said. And then second is said, teach this from your heart.
Yes.
Said,
Yes.
this is from your heart. Said because he also teaches with all coming from his heart when he teaches. He has a dedication to teach. So this is the same way now when I teach. People saying, "Oh, you have a long patience." He said, "You have a long patience of training. Thank you for being patient." So every student that I meet after the teaching, they always saying, "Thank you so much for your patience," because this is what Master Tony told me, advised to me when he was still alive. Then he said, like, try to unite the student, the Kiro student. He said, I told Mantoni that will be the hardest thing to do is uniting them because I answered that Mantoni. Well, Tony is hard to do that thing to unite all the students of Kiro, which they have a certificate signed by you because I cannot control them. Because when he said, "Oh, who are you? This is my teacher. My certificate is signed by Master Tony." So that's the hardest thing. His last will is to unite the Kiro student.
Okay, yes.
Thank you for that, Coach.
And I'd like to add just a minute or so for that. I remember Mang Tony was so much into brotherhood. He was very particular. Oh, he's a brother. He's part of the family. That was
Yeah.
what Mang Tony wanted.
Yeah, and my personal experience, because everybody knows that you so you trained with Master Arnold from the very beginning, no?
Yes.
But I came in very late in the game, and I was your student, and the very first time I met Coach Arnold, he had no air. He had very humble, very friendly. You couldn't, if you didn't introduce him as the head coach of Kiro, I would have thought that he was just a regular person, no? And he has treated me the same way from that time until the present. And coach, I have to say, you truly emulate that. You really took to heart what Master Tony or Mang Tony said about making friends and all of these good things. And I salute you for that. I have to say, from an outsider's point of view, you did it. You did what you were told to do, and kudos to
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
And with that, okay, so we said 15 minutes, so we come to the end. Coach, any last words to our listeners?
Okay, those who want to train Filipino martial arts, don't be after the certificates. Certificates is nothing without knowledge, so you have to train hard. Train
That is
hard.
so true. That's
So
so
that's
true.
very important.
That I'm into that, Coach. And with that, thank you, everyone. Sixto, any parting words?
Thank you, everyone. I hope you like our newer format. It's short form podcasting. It's straight to the point.
Yes. So with that, thank you so much, and see you next time. God bless.
Okay, stay safe.